27 or 28, departing Villanueva de Campean for Zamora. Very cool day, possibly getting some rain later. Not a drop of rain so far, I've been very lucky. Might not get away with it today though. We had 13 pilgrims in the bar for breakfast this morning. It is getting very, very busy. I think there must be a sort of wave catching us up. We're walking fairly slowly and the people that we've been walking with all moved on ahead. So I think this must be the sort of next batch who started a few days after us, catching us up. And this Camino has a bit of a reputation for attracting an older pilgrim, older demographic. That was certainly reflected in the bar this morning. Oh, this is good weather for getting a few Ks in early. Let's get on with it. Oh, this is nice walking weather, very cool. I didn't check the temperature, I guess it's around 8 or 9. Oh, there's a bit of sun over there. A few buildings up ahead. We don't really pass through a village on the way to Zamora, although there is an alternative route that goes past a small village, so I suspect we might come to a fork in a minute. I was just reflecting on the number of pilgrims in Villanueva last night and this morning at breakfast. And I counted 13 at breakfast, I think there's a couple more. Suddenly, you know, that one spot is very busy. It's almost like a sort of a magnet. I suppose it's one of those villages where, you know, people have to make the call to walk 33 to Zamora or have a short day of 13 into Villanueva and then whatever it is, 18 or something the next day. But it was interesting looking at the demographics, and I'd read somewhere online someone had jokingly called the Via de Plata the old man's Camino. I think it was a lady who said she got fed up of sharing albergues with old men walking around in their underwear. But from the limited evidence of walking that I have, I mean obviously I'm only interacting with the people sort of a day or so either side of me, it certainly looked like that at breakfast. I jokingly said it was the Camino Pilgrims over 60s reunion club. But what was interesting, I think there was 4 ladies in the bar at breakfast who I've seen off and on over the last few days. So it's a good mix. And I think there's a couple more sort of within a day or two. All of them are walking alone, but of course that happens on the Camino, people buddy up. So there's a couple of Dutch ladies who seem to be walking together. I think there's 3 at breakfast, and a German lady. But also the other interesting element from the demographics is that everyone there at breakfast bar 2 was walking alone. So this probably tends to be a Camino for people, you know, who like the solitude, who want to walk alone. I'm just trying to think, I haven't met a lot of people, you know, walking with a friend or a couple, as a couple. Probably only 3, I think. So, yeah, it's kind of a solitary route. We've got a few people starting out today. There's one of my Camino buddies back there. And I think I saw a couple more. We were sort of first out from breakfast, but I imagine a few of them will catch us up. There's a few quite quick walkers amongst them. Let's see what's up ahead. So, a bit of an update. There's a slight alternative route coming out of Villanueva. The left route takes you through a little village. We thought, who knows, we might get a coffee stop, but everything was shut. And there is a little bar there, but it doesn't open until 10. It looks like we're walking on a road most of the way into Zamora, which is not great. There's a little bit of a grassy track here, but I'll try that for a bit. I think we're basically on the road all the way in, and there's Zamora up ahead, which is about 12 kilometres, so probably 3 hours. What time is it now? Sorry, I'll watch 9:15. We'll be in by 12:30 or something. Very overcast. There's a bit of rain off to the east, but the wind's from the west, so hopefully we're going to avoid that rain. There's a little bit of light rain overnight, not much. I'm just hoping this path next to the road will become a bit more substantial. These sort of paths I find are, if you've got very sore feet, it's worth walking on them. But otherwise, it's probably better to just stay on the road, I think. They sort of twist your feet around a little bit, those ones. So we've got a veritable Pilgrim Highway here this morning. 1, 2, 3 in front. I know there's one behind. As I mentioned earlier, we had 13 at breakfast. I imagine everyone's stopping off in Zamora. It might thin out a bit after that. After Zamora, I think it's Montemata and Granja. And then we strike north to Astorga. The two guys in front of me are heading that way. So I suspect it'll just be the three amigos from there, because most people go on the Sanabros. Alright, let's get head down and start walking here. I love road walking. So we have come off the road. It was really just a couple of k's, 2 or 3 k's, which is good. So now we're on a dirt track again, heading down towards Zamora. A couple of new faces. Does feel rather like being on the Francis. I know this is silly because there's 6 of us, but when you're used to walking totally alone, or the last few days just with a couple of other guys, it's interesting, when you find people that you're comfortable walking with. There's 2 guys in front of me. We generally don't walk together. We'll walk that section kind of together, but we naturally spread out 200, 300, 400 metres between us, so you're kind of walking alone, and we sort of leapfrog along. One will stop for a snack and the others will keep going, and then one will stop to take a jacket on or off and the others will keep going. It's quite nice. You're kind of connected but not walking together, and then at the end of the day you catch up together in the albergue or whatever. That's a nice way of walking. I think walking with someone sort of next to you is quite awkward. For me it is, in terms of pace. I don't necessarily want to have a conversation or anything. Having said that, I think it's time to call Pat. I'll sign off. So there is Zamora. About 7 k's to go, I think. I'm just pausing to let a couple of Austrians pull ahead. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. Just not used to that. Nice, so peace and quiet up to now. Yeah, it's turned into a really nice day. Perfect walking weather. Not sure what the temperature is. It's probably up to about 12 now. Nice cool breeze. Should be in Zamora in a couple of hours. I've texted the place we're staying. We can get a 1 o'clock check-in. We'll be there about midday, so I'll probably stop for a coffee or something as we hit the town. We're sharing a little apartment in Zamora. Zamora is very expensive for accommodation, more so than Salamanca. So sometimes an apartment works out quite well. Alright, onward. Oh, here we are coming into Zamora. This is rated as one of the best sort of city entries on the VdlP, and I can see why. What a stunning view. Looks like an old Roman bridge there in front of us. Let me just put this on a wider angle so it doesn't jiggle while I walk. Coming up to the Roman bridge there in the distance. That was quite a pleasant walk today. We got in here in fairly good time. This would be a great picnic spot, wouldn't it? I'll just turn off the video until we get to the bridge.